Okay, fire signs. So this is your full moon reading. And first thing before we jump in, I just want to say, while I was shuffling, two things happened. Number one, the song Love Someone by Lucas Graham was playing in my head, especially the line that says, you still look perfect as days go by. And that was like on a loop in my head. And also I was super thirsty. And this has happened to me once before. When I am super thirsty, when I'm reading, that means we need to water. We need to water ourselves. It's like the Lizzo song, Water Me, okay? So to me, that's all about self-love and self-acceptance. So if I drink my water, you know. So I apologize in advance for that, okay? So what I'm kind of getting from here, like I didn't even need to shuffle the cards, like have the cards come out to know that this is going to be about self-love and self-acceptance. And you can love yourself and not fully, like not necessarily not accept yourself, but still be afraid to put yourself out there, which is kind of the vibe that I'm getting here. But it's like the first deck that I put out, the cards that went out weren't talking about that at all. And on the bottom of the deck, you had the goddess energy. Doesn't matter which gender you are, but it's like, to me, I'm like, okay, yeah. Because to me, this card is about you just like embracing who you are. And it's like, yeah, look at me. I'm awesome. I'm a goddess. I'm a god. I am. my guys are saying all that and a bag of chips. Yeah. Okay. So one thing that they were kind of making me feel with this reading is like, you forgot who you are, honey. You forgot who you are. And that's common. That is common because they're showing me with the time card with the little girl, it's like we were born perfect. And somewhere in childhood, at some point, things started changing for us where we started forgetting who we are because of what other people have kind of taught us of who we should be, how we should act, how we should dress, that we need to blend in, etc., right? And this could be actual people in our lives. This could be just societal shoulds. This could be what we were taught at school or in movies and TV, the music industry, oh God, music videos, etc., right? So with the detective card and the whole in the book, it's like there's a piece of us, like a piece of information missing. Because things have been clouded. Things have been clouded. I don't have much water left. Oh. Okay, so you had the healer card and it came out sideways. So to me, this is talking about the energy that I'm currently in, where it's like, you do not need to be fixed, okay? Healing is different, but this is the energy I'm getting from it. Like, everyone has a healing journey to go on. That's kind of why we're here, is to heal and to go on our journey. But what they're saying, it's like, you were born perfect. You do not need to fix yourself. And I've come to this, like, I've basically, ever since I was probably 15, have been trying to fix myself, trying to fit into what society says that I should look like, or how I've been made to feel that I need to look like. That size 2 with that model body. And it's just like, no. That among other things. But I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, so I've been working with a shaman since probably January, I believe. And she's been helping me to release stuck emotions and everything. And I finished at the beginning of April. So she just kind of checks in on me every so often. And I was telling her, like, I love myself. I know I do. I feel it. I feel it in my soul. I'm happy with who I am. But there is still that that mentality about having to look a certain way, right? There's still, like, this is ingrained in me. So having to release that, I'm feeling uncomfortable in my body. And I kind of told her about that, and she gave me some things that I could do. And I just had like I was so done. So done. And I had this huge cry, and she kind of checked up on me like in a little bit, and I said, honestly, I took a break. I said, I didn't do any of those things. Like, I took a break because I was so tired of fighting and so tired of trying to fix who I am. And my guys are like, you don't need fixed. This is the whole lesson, Jenna. You never needed to be fixed, and they're going to make me cry. But it's like, this past year or so, I felt like I was on the journey to prepare myself for my twin flame. They're like, in a way you were. But they said it was like preparing you for yourself. And that's what they said. It wasn't about me becoming something to be worthy enough to receive my twin flame. And I hate that I had thought that, but that's what it was. It's like, but they're like, no, honey. This is you not working on yourself, learning that you don't have to work on yourself. You don't need fixed, right? We can discover parts of ourselves, and that's amazing, and we can work on our healing journeys, but you don't need to fix who you are. I didn't need to fix who I was to be deemed worthy so that my twin flame could come in. No. We are perfect just the way that we are. So that's what they were doing with me, and I told my shaman, like, I took a month, I'm so tired of fighting. And you had the hostilities card in reverse. So I feel that you might feel the exact same way. It's like, I'm tired of trying to be someone who I'm not. Trying to fit in a box that I will never fit in. Tired of feeling like I never fit in. Since I was a kid, I always felt different. Absolutely different. I never felt that I fit in. I may have had friends, but I never felt like I fit. And that always left me searching for a friend group that would accept me. And it's not that my other friends didn't, but I wasn't being who I truly was. I was hiding parts of myself to try to fit in so I could have friends, so that maybe someone would want to date me, right? No more, no more, no more. They're saying absolutely no more. You just need to be yourself. And that's such a simple thing to say, and it's easier said than done, but they're showing me the card with the heart. And to me, with the heart on the ridge, it's like just being vulnerable and open of who you are. And you may be surprised at how accepting others will be of you, right? And there's always going to be those people that are going to say something and try to knock you down. Always. It doesn't matter how high you are vibrating, there's always going to be those haters. And those are the people that need the healing the most, right? They're the ones that are hurting. They're kind of giving me like a pain in my chest, right? They're the ones that are hurting the most. So they try to knock you down to make themselves feel better. But on this journey of self-love, when we love ourselves, it's like when we remove the armor, right? The armor of who we're supposed to be. Then it's like it becomes inner armor. I hope this makes sense. But someone now could say something to me and it can sting. It can sting, but it doesn't penetrate. I say it doesn't penetrate into my soul. It doesn't affect me anymore. Would it bother me for maybe like half an hour? Like I would let my anger out or my annoyance out? Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to deal with emotions, Jenna. They're saying if you're feeling angry, let it out. Don't bottle it in. And they're saying like, yeah, okay, so somebody says something to you, you can be angry about it, but it's like maybe half an hour later, I'm moving on to something else. Because my guides, they've been testing me, not testing me, but like they've been teaching me things for a while now, and it's like they will annoy the crap out of me. Absolutely annoy the crap out of me. And sometimes I'm like, they laugh at me because I'm like, okay, I don't have time for this. I have important things to do, even if I doubt. But I'm like, I have important things to do. So it's like when we love ourselves, we get to the point that if someone says something to us, it's like, whatever, you know, brush it off. I have important things to do and you are a waste of my energy. I'm not even continuing this conversation with you. I'm moving on. And that's all we have to do. That's all we have to do. They're kind of making me feel with this reading, it's like, I feel that I have to explain myself all the time. And they're like, you don't. You don't owe anyone any explanation. Or if somebody is coming at you and talking to you and asking, like, maybe they're attacking your beliefs or something like that, it's like, you don't owe them that conversation. Especially if they're the one who started it. It's like, okay. And it doesn't mean that you're scared if you walk away. It just means that you value yourself and your energy so much more. And really, when people come, there's some people out there that are just ready for a fight and they just want to fight. I see this all the time in like some people, right? Some people just want to tear you down. But again, those are the people that are hurting the most. And what my guides are saying in the Earth reading, it's like, you are going to be criticized no matter what it is that you do. So would you rather be criticized for being happy with being who you are, or would you rather be criticized being someone who you're not? This is the decision that we need to make, right? This is the decision that needs to be made. We were born to stand out. We weren't born to be the same, because how boring is that, right? And even like they're showing me being on our spiritual journeys and on our healing journeys. There's so many different methods because not everything is going to resonate with someone. There's so many different varieties of food because not everyone's going to want to eat the same thing that other people eat. So it's like, why are we trying to blend in? Why are you trying to blend in when you were born to stand out, honey? That's what they're saying. You were born to be exactly who you are. So with the full moon reading, I have a part where it's like, okay, what would we benefit from releasing? And because, full moon is the best time to release things. I've done this in my spiritual journey, my healing journey, and that was like helping me build the foundation to dig even deeper and do my healing. So I highly recommend doing a full moon release ritual to anyone who is interested or resonates with that. But you have the rejection card, and it's like she's stuck to something, and we're going to break free of that. We don't want to be stuck to that fear of rejection, because that just holds us back. That just holds us back. So I've used this interpretation before, but it's like, when I see this card, to me, it's like this woman is so herself. She's embodying who she is. And sometimes this could be as easy as just dressing the way that you want to, right? So with me, the example that they kind of gave is like, if I want to wear a band t-shirt, I haven't before because part of me was afraid of someone coming up to me and being like, ew, you like that band? Because I hated when people would do that. I wouldn't do that to someone else. So why are other people doing it to me? But it's like, why am I not wearing shirts or clothes that resonate with me just to appease other people? Right? It's like, why am I hiding myself just to appease some jackass? That's what they're saying. Let's not hide who we are anymore, okay? This card came out, the Alchemy card. To me, it's like she's taken out this essence of herself that she has put in a jar. It's time to let that out. Let out who you are. And this could be as simple as wearing a band t-shirt. They're saying that's a really good start. So, I know they're like kind of pushing me towards this. Like, Jenna, dress the way that you want to. Because there's a certain way that I would love to dress, but I was heavier before. I always felt that I had to hide my body. I always felt like I had to hide me, right? Or afraid that people might criticize me, because when I was in high school, I used to dress the way that I wanted to, and I got criticized for it. So they're like, you know what, if you like the witch aesthetic or whatever, maybe you start with a bracelet. Maybe you start with a ring, or earrings, or a t-shirt. It doesn't have to be, and they're showing me, like, if you wanted to be gothic, right? You don't have to go out and just, like, buy everything and be full goth, like, all of a sudden and change. You can if you want to, because it's your freaking life. Do what you want to. But they're saying, maybe you start with, like, maybe you paint your nails black, or, again, maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's a sweater, a jacket, shoes. It doesn't matter. So that's just an example, but it's like little, they were saying, like, tippy-toe. Let's tippy-toe. Okay? This is about building confidence. And everything that I've done in my life to help me build confidence, and what my guides have helped me with, we have taken small steps that have led to me having the confidence within myself. So little pieces, little bits, tippy-toeing, okay? So you have to take a walk card. And they're saying, like, this isn't a marathon. You don't have to try to get from where you are to where you want to be in a day, or in a month, or even in a year, okay? The pace, you set the pace. This is your life. You set the pace. So go and buy that ring, or go and dye your hair. They're showing me, instead of dyeing your hair like pink, they're showing me pink. Maybe just doing one highlight at the front, right? One highlight of pink, and starting out that way, dipping your toe in. Or I've seen people dye their tips before. Okay? Let's do the tippy-toeing. This is the kind of tippy-toeing that they want you to do. Instead of tippy-toeing like you're walking around on eggshells, trying not to be seen or being criticized by others. Again, they're always going to criticize you. It doesn't matter what you do, how you dress. Someone's always going to criticize you. But if you are who you are, and you stand true in who you are, and you love who you are, that's not going to bother you. Again, it might sting, but keep going. Just keep going. So you also have the Chase Your Dreams card and Take a Leap. So this could be you just becoming more you. This could be you working towards a certain lifestyle that you want, or you working towards your life purpose. This could be anything, right? So they're telling you, have the courage to chase whatever it is that you desire. You also have the Opportunities card, and I feel that as you embrace who you are, more opportunities are going to come up. More opportunities to meet friends, more opportunities that are going to help show you who you are and what you're made of, which I love. In this card, she just looks like she's at peace playing her harp, okay? Maybe you discover a musical instrument that you want to play. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter what it is that you want to be, do, or have. They're saying now is the time. Now is the time to start working towards it, okay? They also were kind of making me feel that some of you may benefit from putting up boundaries with people, as you do have the boundaries card, and this will come up again. But having boundaries. So if people are criticizing you, standing firm in who you are, but also being like, yeah, I'm not going to let you talk to me that way. Or even if somebody is coming at you for your beliefs, and they're the ones that started it, and being like, I'm walking away. That is a boundary right there. I'm not going to waste my energy on you. That's my boundary, and I'm moving on, okay? So working on that. Boundaries are something that we're always going to be working on, right? Like, we're always going to be, especially as new people come in our lives, or interactions, putting those down. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about. I wish I had more water. Oh yeah, before I move on, you have the Origins card that says, remember your roots. They say, remember who you are. They're showing me, I'm sorry if you're not religious, but they're showing me Joel Osteen, and he's like, I'm a child of the Most High God. And you don't have to believe in God or anything like that. But it's like, remember who you are. They want me to say, they want me to swear right now. But I'm not going to. Remember who you are. Okay, so let's talk about love for a second. Let's talk about love, because I feel that some of you, this is an issue with you pursuing love, okay? Or it could be you in a relationship where it's like you might be holding back aspects of yourself and afraid to let your partner know, right? And they're kind of making me feel like they may be more accepting of whatever it is that you want to show, like whatever it is that you want to embrace of yourself. They may be more accepting than you're thinking, and if they're not, there's the door. They're making me think of a Lizzo song, but I don't know, I can't remember the lyrics right now. You love me. Oh, love you so, but if you don't, I gotta go. I can't remember. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so for those of you who are single and wanting this love to come in, I'm feeling like a higher vibrational love. For what's coming in for you, you did have the main male card coming in sideways, so this is up to you. Doesn't matter what gender. This is just to relate to me, but a love connection coming in, right? So if we are worried about having to be perfect to bring this person in, they're saying don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They're swearing in my head. They're like, Jenna, just say it. Just say it. Say the word. No. Biatch. It just doesn't feel right coming from me. And they're like, that's okay. It takes time. Okay. All right. Anyways, where was I? Thanks for making me lose my spot. Oh, so I felt on my journey that I had to be perfect in order to be deemed worthy to receive my twin flame. And they're like, no, the whole lesson here, honey, they've been working with me on lessons for the past, like about 2 years anyways, but especially this past year, it's like, I felt that I was trying to show my worthiness, why I was worthy to receive my twin flame. And they're like, all we were doing was helping you prepare for yourself. Because they're like, you weren't ready for who you were yet, Jenna. So they've been making me feel, especially lately, it's like you were always ready for him. You were always ready for him. You were always perfect enough for him. Doesn't matter. Like I worry about my weight. They're like, it doesn't matter what you weigh. He will always love you. Okay? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. You can wear your heart on your sleeve and he will love you. Like that song. God, now I can sing it in my head, but they're not letting me speak it. They're like, it doesn't matter, Jenna. It doesn't matter, okay? They get the point, right? You get the point. This person will always love you. This higher vibrational love. I'm feeling twin flames in this, but it doesn't have to be twin flames. They say it could be soulmates. It's a divine counterpart, okay? And this is what I'm getting. You don't have to worry the little boy and the little girl card came out, and they kind of, it doesn't matter genders. So never worry about genders in my readings. But this is what I was getting. It's like these two are kind of look like they both live on a farm or something, right? I was getting that their childhood experiences, their experiences on this life, and they're I'm messing up my words, but anyways, they're like parallel. They're very similar. So they're kind of saying like if you had issues with weight, this person probably did too, okay? If you had issues trying to fit in, this person too. Excuse me. All right? So don't worry about where you're at in your life. Don't worry about how you look, okay? And they're showing me, usually I take the Songbirds card as being a very positive card about being who you are. But in this case, it's like these birds are all different. And how I'm interpreting this, it's like we might feel lonely because other people do not understand us. All right? So it's like trying to fit in, but we're not, even if you have, if you meet some people that are, in this case, say, spiritual, right? And it's like, yay, I've met spiritual people. Sometimes you might not resonate with them because there's a lot of different journeys that people are on, or different methods that people are using for their healing journeys, and that's good, but it's like you might not fully resonate with them, okay? So, so they're kind of showing me like psychedelics. So I know some people, when they're on their healing journey, their spiritual journey, they might use psychedelics, okay? That's not my journey. I'm not going to judge them for doing whatever it is that they feel guided to do or resonate with, but that's not my journey. So maybe, yeah, we're both into spirituality, but they're still not that fitting. Like, that's what they're kind of making me feel here. It's like people that are being different and okay with that, and that's awesome, but we're still not resonating with them, right? And this could be, in this case, it could be dating, right? You could meet like a lot of nice people where you have some things in common, but they just don't feel like your person. Your person's coming up as the stork, okay? And what I love about this card is there's two storks. And with the songbirds, these two are the exact same, right? And as I said, having parallel lives. So this person understands you. And there's no longer that feeling of loneliness because this person, it's like they vibrate at your level, at your frequency. They understand you. They get you. And I love that. And I love this card because you got the church. So to me, it's like, this is the person that you're going to marry. You've also got the nest, so you're going to live together, obviously, if you're married. But it's like you're nesting, so they're preparing for children. Doesn't matter if you have children or not. This is just the energy that I'm getting. And then in the background, there's the tombstone. So that's telling me this is your to death do us part. Okay, and beyond. Because this person, I feel that you've had many lifetimes with, but it's like, this is your life partner. This is your partner, okay? And they are your perfect match. So you don't have to worry about changing yourself for this person to come in, because if you change yourself, you're actually, like, that's counterintuitive, right? That's you not being who you are. When they're attracted to you as you being authentically you. And I love this because this woman came out, right? And this was at the bottom of the deck. And these are the matching pair, okay? Again, doesn't matter what gender. Doesn't matter. But this is the matching pair, the matching set, I'm saying. And I love it because in the background there's a shield. And she's dropped that shield. She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it with her partner. You don't need the shield with your partner. And to me, the shield is like that armor that I was talking about, not the inner armor, the outer, because we feel that we need to battle and protect ourselves. You don't need that with this person. This person understands you. They understand you and they love you exactly as you are. And I love that. I really, really love that. So there is that potential energy there for this to come in for you. And this is what I'm seeing. So with the boundaries card, we're not going to pay attention to it being the boundaries card though. But if you can see, so she is holding a peacock. To me, a peacock is like, look at me, this is me. Like, they're not afraid to shake their tail feathers, okay? And I love that. And she's embarking on a journey, on a path. And I don't know if you can see, but down farther, there's Cupid. So to me, what this is saying is if you're embarking on a path of you being who you are, doing the things that you love to do, dressing the way that you want to dress, going towards your dreams and your life purpose, when you're on that journey, you don't have to be at the end of the journey. You don't have to be 100% dressing the way that you have always wanted to dress. You don't have to 100% be living your life purpose or doing everything that you've ever wanted to do. Like, don't worry about that, because there's still a lot of path left after Cupid, okay? And what they're saying is when you embark on being who you are and letting your light shine, that's when this person is attracted. It's like they see your light and they're like, ooh, like a moth to a flame, okay? So that's when your person comes in. So don't be afraid to be yourself, because that's what brings them in. That is what's bringing them in, all right? So let's not focus on trying to be perfect, okay? You don't have to be perfectly you or perfectly someone else that you feel that you need to be. All right. You also have, you also had the rider, the female, come out. And then when I took this card off of the bottom of the deck, well, the male rider was here. And again, don't worry about genders, but it's like these people were made for each other. It's the perfect match, the perfect fit. So I love that. I know I already reiterated that, but it's like, don't worry about it. Okay, they want me to share something. It's like, so I told you about how I had issues with my weight when I was younger. So my twin flame, I haven't met him yet, but I'm sure he probably did too, okay? And there's one thing, I don't know, he might drive, I don't know. But there's one thing with driving, I've always had high anxiety about driving, like high anxiety. I don't have my license right now. I have like my learner's permit, and I have driven myself before, but I was too scared to get my final graduated license. And then I waited too long and it expired. So it's like, I don't have the ability right now to drive to like his house or something when he comes into my life. And this is really embarrassing for me to share, but whatever. I don't even care anymore. But with COVID, right? Like, I was going to get my license, do my test before, but it's like, oh my gosh, then with COVID, everything shut down. And I'm like, I don't even know when the hell I'm going to be able to get my license again. And so it was really frustrating for me and embarrassing. And I'm like, what is he going to think? Like, at my age, he comes into my life and I feel like I'm a mess. I'm a mess. She's like, they're like, he knows you're a mess, honey. He knows you're a mess. His soul knows you're a mess. But anyway, they're just teasing me. But they're like, he don't care about that. Like, they said, Jenna, think about it. Okay, if he were in a similar situation, would you care? And I'm like, well, no, we would make it work, right? If we both didn't drive for some reason, we would make it work, right? Things are going to start opening up this summer, so I could book a test. I might have to wait because they're showing me October, and what they're saying is like there's so much backlog that I might not even be able to do my test this year, which is so freaking frustrating. But anyway, it's the way that it is, right? So they're like, you guys will find a way. If you're meant to be together, you will find a way, right? But that's something that I was really scared for him to come in my life, for me to tell him, right? And they're like, no, he's not going to care about that stuff. They're like, even the things in my past that I'm not so proud of, she, why do you keep saying she? They're saying, you don't need to tell him anything if you don't want to, but if you do tell him, it's not going to change his love for you, right? So what they're saying here is this person, like whatever it is that maybe you feel you have shame about, or you are afraid to let someone know about, don't worry about it. This person, not going to care. Not going to care. And same thing with friends, right? Friends will love you. I didn't drive for a long time, and my friends accepted me. You know, they might pick me up, or they'd be okay with me being dropped off, or if I had to like take a bus or a taxi or something to go meet my friends. We made it work. It worked out, and it was fine, and they were fine with me. They loved me just the way that I was. They understood. Okay? So don't worry about these aspects of yourself that maybe you feel uncomfortable about, okay? Because people, those who matter don't mind. I can't remember that quote. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. There we go. Thank you. So that's kind of the vibes that I'm getting there. Okay, fire signs, I think I've been talking way too much about this, but just you know, take small steps in doing this. And if you are wanting to really embrace like your self-love and self-acceptance, and you feel that you need help, definitely talk to your angels and guides and Archangel Chamuel. They've been a big help for me. And I keep saying, if I can do it, you can do it, because I never in a million years thought that I could ever love myself, and here I am. Okay? So let me know if this resonates with you. I hope you like this message, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, fire signs. Bye.